Hi everyone, it's Kate and I'm back with another scrapbook layout process video for you. I'm doing another challenge over for Hipkit, which is a scrapbook layout, which the theme is to make your own embellishment and then use it on the layout. I'm using the December 2020 Hipkits, which are absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm on my fourth layout with these kits now, and they're just so beautiful. You can see a lot of the papers there in front of you. The colours, the themes, everything just works so well together. So they really are a pleasure to work with. I'll leave the link in the description to get these kits if you are interested. So like I say, so I'm going to start with trying to make my own embellishment with some of the different bits and pieces within the kit. So I've started by cutting myself a tag out of one of the pattern papers, and I've just ruffled the edges up. And in with the kit are some gorgeous, and I love that when they include these because I really think they add something extra to the layout and really make the layout pop, is some make it yourself bows. So they've got bows that you put together in silver and some other gorgeous pattern papers. So I'm just going to put one of those on. I choose some other bits of chipboard as well. I've got chipboard heart, and there's a little flourish that I use as well. I do make another embellishment in a minute that I don't end up using on the layout, but I'll let you watch that anyway, just because I definitely will use that on something else. Okay, so for the base of the layout, I'm going to start with just a piece of white basil cardstock, and I had a different idea for this layout, and I wanted to use this this banner shaped punch that I've got, but use it in a different way and not just make a banner. I'm going to use them to create a pattern, an interlocking pattern on the background, and then I'm going to use some stitching as well to add some different interest. So I'm going to place them like this. And I've just punched them out of different coloured pattern papers, just because I think it's a really good way to use a lot of pattern papers, but again keep it still quite interesting and have quite a good start for the background of a layout. And I think once you put this level of detail into the background, the rest of the layout always falls together really, really easily, and you don't need to do much else. And because I've used some of the same colours that I used in that embellishment, I was just checking there that that's definitely going to go with it. So now I'm just going to spend some time distressing the edges of these triangles just to make them really pop up from the page. I just want to add a few extra bits of layering pieces at the top of the layout to go behind my photo. But because I've used quite loud patterns on the bottom half of the layout, I just wanted to choose some muted tones, which they've got some really pretty background papers as well that are quite muted, like the one you can see me distressing there. And one of my favourite techniques, especially at the top of a layout, is just to fold the edges over and just use a staple just to keep those in place. It just again adds a different level of texture on the layout. I'm just cutting these. There's a full 12 by 12 sheet of these that I'm going to use as frames, but I'm just going to cut the insides out so they are just the frames. And I think I end up, again, one of my favourite techniques is nestling these in behind the pictures, so I'll end up cutting those in half, and that circle one I think I use behind the embellishment that I made at the start of the layout. I've just backed the picture that I'm using, which is a really, really cute, one of my favourite pictures from Christmas Day, is that my mum bought me and my son the best present in the world, in that she bought us a set of matching pyjamas, which was just the cutest thing, and that was probably the best present that I had over Christmas. We caught a really, really cute picture of me and my son wearing them. So I just backed that picture on just white card just to make it pop against some of the other elements in the background. And now for the triangle pieces, I'm just going to add the tiniest bit of glue just on the very edge, just to keep them in place, because what I'm going to do in a moment is just run some stitching through the middle of each line. And again, I'm just going to take that out a bit further than where the triangles actually stop. And again, that just adds another level of detail on the background. So I've just finished stitching the background and I'm just putting everything back together as I had it before. And what I'm going to do is another one of my favourite techniques, particularly on a wintry themed layout, is just to grab some white tissue paper and just put that behind my photo, again just to add a different texture within the page and just give a bit more interest. The title, I'm going to use both of the alphas that are included in the December 2020 kits, which are both exclusives. So there's a gorgeous silver one and a gorgeous black one, which is going to be really useful for all kinds of layouts. So I just put that title on there. I do some other fussy cutting just to add a little piece to match the embellishment on the right hand side, to mirror that on the left with some of the houses from that gorgeous 12 by 12 sheet of houses and trees. And then I finish off with some journaling. The only other bit that I add is I just add some paint splatters at the end that you'll see, and I use some of the shimmers that were included within the December colour kit, which are, the first one is the yellowy coloured one that I use is a Shimmers Christmas Cheer, and it's a Shimmers paint, and I use a pinky coloured one which is the Naughty or Nice Inklings, and it's a shimmering watercolour. So I just splatter a couple of those just as a finishing touch, and I just hold my paintbrush from a height, which is the first time I've tried this technique, so it didn't work fantastic the first time, so bear with me on that. And I apologise if anybody's watching this video and being very frustrated by how long it's taking me to stick things down. These acrylic nails, I don't know how I'm going to get these off with all of the nail salons closed, but they're definitely making scrapbooking a lot harder to do. So if anybody's got any tips on how I can remove these at home, please let me know, because they're growing out now, and I'm starting to panic that if we're in lockdown for another 2 months, which is unfortunately looking quite likely, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So yeah, any help on that would be appreciated. I'll leave you to watch the rest of the video in peace. Thanks so much for watching another video of mine. If you haven't subscribed and you like my content, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe. That'd mean the world. And if you have any video ideas that you'd like me to start doing on this channel as well, please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much, guys. I'll speak to you soon.